Hello, my name is Sam Evans, and for my third Sports Medicine 3 project, I did injury prevention for shin splints. Who is my client? My client's name is Milo King. He is a student who attends South Delaware High School, as well as an athlete that plays for them. He has done sports like soccer, track and field, as well as Nordic skiing, and has had shin splints multiple times during his athletic career. Overview. My main goal for this project is to increase confidence in Milo's performance so he's not living in fear of getting shin splints at the beginning of a season or during a season. I also want to increase flexibility to his calf and his tibialis anterior, as well as educate him on what shin splints are and how he can prevent it in the future, as well as treat it if he gets it again. I designed a program for Milo. The entirety of the program takes less than 10 minutes to do, and my goal is to have him do it daily for the next 2 weeks and then decide if he wants to continue or not. What are shin splints? Shin splints, or also known as medial tibial stress syndrome, basically what it is just repetitive stress on the tibia, typically due to tightness of the anterior calf, which is caused by increase in activity or just overuse. Basically what it is just micro tears of the muscle and bone tissue caused by the anterior calf pulling. It's very common. Typically 4 to 35% of athletes have had shin splints in the past. It's also a chronic injury. Factors that cause shin splints. Some main factors that can cause shin splints are tight Achilles/calf muscle, change in terrain or rocky, uneven terrain, as well as a sudden increase in activity or intensity in training. Shoes also have a huge factor in shin splints, as you can see in this photo. Poor shoes can cause pronation, which can then lead to shin splints, as well as flat feet. Prevention. The best way to prevent shin splints, always wear good shoes with good support. Warm up before workout, stretch out legs, avoid sudden increase in activity, and exercise on softer ground when possible. Some treatments, if you do get shin splints, anti-inflammatory drugs. Rest is definitely the most important. If you can bear the pain, just make sure you stay on softer ground and you're not going your hardest. Also, ice after activity. Massage or roll out the tibialis anterior, elevate or compression sleeve, which can then reduce swelling, as well as taping, which can then relieve pain. Causes of Milo. What has caused Milo to get shin splints in the past? So some main reasons that Milo has gotten shin splints in the past, basically just due to his semi-flat foot. As you can see in this top photo here, his arch is very low to the ground, as well as his footwear. These are the shoes he wears on a daily basis, Vans. He has no insoles in them, and it's very poor shoes for running because it can cause pronation, which then leads to shin splints. Also, an increase in activity, going from summer to soccer season, where he wasn't working out a lot, to intense running. That has caused shin splints in the past, as well as a change in terrain from running from like a treadmill to out in the mountains. And then finally, I've noticed that he overpronates every stride in running, which then leads to shin splints. Program. So for my program, I started with a baseline test. Basically what the baseline test was is I tested the flexibility in his calf. As you can see in these top two, he rated the pain a 6 out of 10. I then tested the flexibility in the anterior tibialis. He also rated that a 6 out of 10. And then finally, I had him do a 1 mile run. After the run, I asked him if he felt any tightness in his shins. He rated it a 3.5 out of 10, meaning he felt a little bit of tightness, but it wasn't overwhelming or painful at all. Stretching. So I started the program with some stretching exercises. Stretching is very crucial for shin splints. It prevents pulling of the muscle, which then leads to the micro tears. The first stretch I had him do is a gastrocnemius calf stretch. After that, I had him do a soleus calf stretch, Achilles stretch, and then finally a tibialis anterior stretch. I had him do each of these stretches for 30 seconds. After that, I had him roll out either using a foam roller or lacrosse ball. He used a foam roller at home, but all we had is a lacrosse ball here, so he used that. He rolled out his plantar fascia first, then his tibialis anterior. He then rolled out his IT band. I made him roll out his hip because it's crucial when running because it absorbs more of the shock, taking off off his shin, which then prevents shin splints. After that, I had him roll out his hamstring and then finally his calf. I had him do each of these for 15 seconds each side. As for the strengthening portion of the program, my goal is to strengthen muscles of the lower extremities to prevent shin splint pain. I started in with some squats, which then increased strength to the upper leg, which also, like I said before, takes some of the power off the run, which then prevents shin splints. After that, I had him do an anterior tibialis exercise. In this photo, he's using a shirt, but at home, he used an exercise band. Basically, just go back and forth to strengthen that tibialis anterior. After that, I had him do some toe curls with a towel. Doing this strengthened the foot as well as the plantar fascia. And then finally, I had him do some in and out calf stretches or calf raises, strengthening his calf muscle. I had him do each one of these 15 times each side, and 2 reps. Before versus after. So in the before, for pain level for the calf stretch, he rated a 6 out of 10. For the tibialis anterior, he rated a 6 out of 10. And then for the 1 mile run, he rated a 3.5 out of 10 for shin tightness. As for the after, he rated the calf stretch a 6 out of 10 and the tibialis anterior stretch a 6 out of 10. So no improvement there, but I wasn't really expecting any because it doesn't really matter how hard he goes. And then for the 1 mile run, he rated a 2 out of 10 for shin tightness. Overall showing an improvement there with flexibility. He barely noticed it here. And then in these 2 pictures, here's the before, here's the after. I plugged it into an app on my phone, which shows me degrees. This one was 14 degrees. This one is 18 degrees. You can see an obvious increase in height between the 2, as well as a total of 4-degree improvement with the second one, which shows increased flexibility to the anterior tibialis, which is good. As for the calf stretch, in the before, he got an 89 degrees for the left foot and 76 degrees for the right foot, and 82 degrees for the left foot and 70 degrees for the right foot on the after, showing an obvious improvement with calf flexibility and a total of 7-degree improvement on the left leg and a 6-degree improvement on the right leg, which is very good. Overall, with the program, Milo said it was very effective and he enjoyed it. He said that he's going to start doing it again once he gets closer to sports seasons, but since he's not really doing any sports right now, he feels that it's not necessarily to work on. But overall, he said it was very effective and he enjoyed doing it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.